Oh, hello there. Well, today we have a new book for you. It's a paperback book. It's called Santa's Crash Bang Christmas. You can see it here. And it's by Stephen Kroll and illustrated by Tommy Di Paola. And it's a little bit old, so I'll try to be careful with the pages and stuff here. And, oh yeah, back in 1977 is when they first copyrighted this. Santa landed his reindeer on the Sylvester's roof. He fell out of his sleigh and bumped his nose. Santa sighed and shook his head. Then he picked himself up and searched his pockets for the handkerchief. The handkerchief wasn't there, and neither were the nose drops for his sniffle. He looked at his watch, but it wasn't on his wrist. "Oh dear," he said. "Oh dear, oh dear. It's going to be one of those awful nights." Then he tumbled down the chimney into the pile of ashes. Santa sat for a moment. He brushed off his clothes, stepped out of the fireplace, and knocked over the Christmas tree. He stood perfectly still in the middle of the living room. "Oh no," he said, "not the Christmas tree." Then he sat down on the sofa and it collapsed. "Oh dear," said Santa. "Oh dear, oh dear." He struggled off the sofa, bumped into the chandelier, and it fell on his head. Santa rubbed his head. "How I wish I was home," he sighed. He opened his bag. He brought a motorcycle for Mom and Dad, and a fish tank, and a toboggan for Jill. Santa crawled inside his bag, looking for more presents. Then plop, a polar bear landed on his arm. Santa stumbled back onto his feet and bumped into Gerald the elf. "What are you doing here?" asked Santa. "Came for the ride," said Gerald. "Thought it would be fun, but it's not. It's too much work." "Well, the job has to be done," said Santa. "Now what am I going to do with this polar bear? It's in here by mistake." "We'll take it along," said Gerald. "Shouldn't we be going now?" But just then the polar bear took off across the living room. I hate that when that happens. Santa hurried after it. See, they're all running after the polar bear. Then he thought he heard the Sylvesters moving around upstairs. He hid in the hall closet. The closet door fell off the hinges with a loud boom. Santa left the closet, knocked over the umbrella stand, and heard the polar bear running up the stairs. Santa ran up after it, tripped on the stairs, knocked a picture off the wall. Oh boy, that's the night. Stumbled onto the landing, blundered into Mom and Dad's room, and saw the polar bear vanish out the window. "Merry Christmas," Santa whispered as he tiptoed by the bed. "Happy New Year," Santa said as he teetered on the window ledge. In a moment he was struggling to the roof. In another moment he had caught the polar bear and stuffed it in the sleigh. As he flew off into the night, Mom and Dad and Jill woke up, pulled on their bathrobes, and there we go, and dashed down the stairs to see their presents. And there's Santa. Looks like the polar bear is driving. And that's the end of that story. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story as much as Santa did. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.